Guys, so we are again back with another set of questions. Now this time on direct tax and indirect tax questions, which can be asked to a CA fresher or whoever is applying for a job seeker or even for an articleship related questions. So this is very important video. Do watch it till the end. A common query that is been asked: why don't you make a video in Hindi? The reason is simple, that even we feel that some people may be from the south also, who may have problem with the English with understanding Hindi. So we thought, let's make it in English only, so that it is becoming more useful to each and everyone. Apart from this, we have also made content in audit questions and also major profiles like IB, equity research and financial due diligence, and campus interview questions, behavioral questions. So you should watch all our videos, if you all our videos also, if you want. So if you have any other requirements, like, you should watch any other videos which is also there with us. If your friends also require it, do share those videos to them. It will be very useful for them for getting the jobs. Now, without getting any time wasted, let's get into the main topic. Now, whether it's direct tax or indirect tax, now 3 types of questions that you should be well aware of. Okay, 3 types of questions are basically asked, or I would say 4 types of questions are basically asked. First, they check is your concept. Second, they check is your amendments. And third, they take is your compliance work, and fourth, they take is your litigation work. Concept, amendment, compliance, litigation. So this sort of experiences they check. First, they will check your concept. So whether it's direct tax or indirect tax, they will check your concept. So whether direct taxation, they may ask you about any sections in PGBP sections or whatever is disallowed or allowed or something. So they might check your direct taxation or indirect taxation. What is the concept of supply? What is an ineligible credit under section 17(5)? What is section 16(4) tells about? What does section 16 section payment of taxation as per GST section 49, I guess. So what does it tells? What does it tell? Okay, so this is all about the conceptual knowledge they might ask you. When the credit is disallowed as per GST, what is an ineligible credit, and what is the concept of the exempt supply, nil rated supply, what is the difference between a non-GST supply, nil rated supply, exempt supply. They can ask you on the conceptual questions. Okay, registration limits, what is the concept of RCM. The concept has to be very good with your conceptual knowledge has to be there. With it direct tax or indirect tax, MAT, AMT. So this sort of question, conceptual questions, they will ask you. Second thing is about the amendments. So you should be very well aware of the latest amendments which has happened. Amendments could be in the compliance also, High Court ruling, Supreme Court ruling, advanced ruling. So you should be well aware for direct tax or indirect tax, what are the amendments which has latest come in the budget or something. The third thing is about compliance work. Okay, so if you are in income tax, so you have done your articles, your experience of post qualification in compliance work. So what are the entities that you have handled? So you should be able to you have to explain them, that you have handled the partnership firm or company audit or individual audit. So you should be properly explaining them. Try to explain that I have done some audit of companies, so that impresses more people rather than individual files. Companies or partnership firm, if you have done, that will impress people. Okay, similarly here also compliance work, GST registration limit, return, what are the different types of form, the due dates. So you should be well aware of the 3B, 2A, how you will reconcile, how you will match the 2A, 2B, what is the difference between 2A, 2B, 2A, 3B, how will you match them. So these sort of questions, the written compliances, they will ask you. The last thing is about litigation. They might ask you, do you have any litigation experiences? How when the SOCOS notice is issued as section 73, 74 as per the GST. I'm not remembering over the in direct tax, but that when the SOCOS notice is issued normally, how will you frame a reply to the SOCOS notice? What are the factors that you will keep in mind while framing a reply to a SOCOS notice? What is a written submission? How you will make a written submission? How will you file an appeal before the advanced ruling authority? When you can go for an advanced ruling authority, how can you file an appeal before the SISTAT or the ITAT? So what are the things that you have to keep in mind? What are the pre-deposit amount? Apart from this, refund, how you will get claim refund in the GST. So that is a very important question. That is most of the time refund on the inverted duty structure, So these are the questions that are basically asked. And about the amendments like High Court ruling, Supreme Court ruling, also they might ask you about, they may suddenly ask you like a Telangana High Court, some judgment has come in GST, okay, they might ask you whether this judgment is true, is reasonable or not. If you were the judge, what decision would you have given? So they might ask you these sort of questions also. Okay, so you should be well aware about 4 things. Very simple. Conceptual knowledge has to be there, section numbers and everything, what this section says. So they might ask you a random section and ask you to explain. Then amendment, section number, amendments you have to be very good with, and section amendments, compliance work, litigation work. Apart from this, if you are applying for a Tata Steel or like as any industry like Infosys or a HDFC Bank or anything, so they might ask you what is the impact of this GST on this sector. They might ask you on this. So you should be well aware when you are applying for something or tax role in Tata Steel, so or something like that. So you should be well aware of what are the impact of these GST provisions on this sector. They will drill down on those experiences only. How will you? They will ask you all the questions relating to their sector only. So this is a short video that we created. I hope this is useful. The PDF file and all that will be shared in the Telegram group. All the PDF files will be shared in the Telegram group, which is mentioned in the description in the first comment of the post, basically most of the times. So you can get the questions from there in more detail. But this is the overview that I tried to give you, which can help you in cracking these interviews. Concept, amendments, litigation, compliance work, and your overall experience in your articleship, your post qualification experiences, whatever you had. So this can help you to get your job done. I hope this was useful. If you find it useful, do like the channel, comment, do put the comment on the videos, because comment gives the team also motivation to create more videos. Press the bell icon, because if you press the bell icon, then you will get regular updates. Most of people, they don't press the bell icon. If you don't press the bell icon, you will not get the updates. Then you will lose a lot of opportunity, miss the questions. So press the bell icon. Subscribe won't help. Bell icon is very, very important. And yeah, share with your friends as well. Okay, till then, bye bye, and all the best for your interviews whenever it's going to happen.